Ken, let's talk about your book, Continuing Covenant. What is the book about?
Actually, I thought the book would be an autobiographical accounting of my life because I had so many stories I wanted to share. But it is about the covenant that my mother
Mm,
made with the Lord before my birth. And that covenant was passed on to me. And
mm,
Carl, my mother was stricken with Alzheimer's. But 2 years before, about 2 years before she became enabled to do for herself and think clearly, she took
mm,
me and sat me down in her living
mm,
room and had a very long, intimate
mm,
talk with me
mm,
and told me my pre-birth story.
mm,
At the age of 60, 62, I realized that I had lived out those things that she had prayed about before I was even born. So, what this book is a retrospective view of my life, yet it was a learning experience for me throughout the whole episode of writing it, where
mm.
I saw the integral pieces of fervent prayer and how it had directed my life, even though I was telling the story at this present time.
What did your mother say? How did she covenant? How does anybody covenant with God?
She made a declaration that when I was to be born, that she wanted to dedicate me. Actually, she did it prior to my birth. She dedicated me to God's service. She wanted the world to know through me that God is real and he is consistent with what he says he will do. In other words, his covenant is sure. He does not bend it or shape it to individuals, but it is for everyone who was willing to enter into such a relationship with him. Again, I lived as a normal kid, a normal man, but the pieces of intervention, the avenues where I cannot explain what it was other than to say it was God.